Good day, my brothers and sisters in Christ. Welcome to our Sunday reflection for the third Sunday of Easter, Year C. The theme of our reflection is Recovering Our Mission. I'm going fishing. John chapter 21, verse 3. Former heavyweight boxer James "Quick" Tillis is a cowboy from Oklahoma who fought out of Chicago in the early 1980s. He's called Quick because of his breakneck hand speed for a man of his size and build. He still remembers his first day in Chicago after he arrived from Tulsa. According to him, I got off the bus with 2 cardboard suitcases under my arms in downtown Chicago and stopped in front of the Sears Tower. I put my suitcases down and I looked up at the tower and I said to myself, I'm going to conquer Chicago. When I looked down, the suitcases were gone. Nothing can be more discouraging than losing everything you possess in the blink of an eye. Peter and his companions must have felt the same way. Jesus had invited them from their lives of fishing and boating and commissioned them to preach the good news. He had sent them on successful missions. They were set to conquer the world with him, and then everything crumbled. Jesus was crucified. As far as Peter was concerned, it was all over. He went fishing again and took the others with him. However, Jesus invaded Peter's familiarity, reminding him of his mission. You are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church. Matthew chapter 16, verse 18. We often focus on Peter's threefold profession of love, failing to realize the significance of the prophecy concerning him in today's gospel. When he was fickle and immature, Peter could choose to do as he pleased. But becoming spiritually mature and committed meant being taken to places he would rather not go. We see signs of this transformation in the first reading, when Peter stood courageously for Jesus, professing that obeying God was his only option. Our story may not be as dramatic as Peter's, but the same underlying issues exist. When we lose something valuable, money, a relationship, a career path, someone we love, our expectations are shattered, our dreams are broken, and we are caught up in self-pity and confusion, often asking, who am I? And does anyone care? We run from relationship to relationship, social event to social event, job to job, or even church to church, trying to find ourselves. We may become thoroughly discouraged, like Peter, and abandon our goals, convincing ourselves that they were unattainable in the first place. Ironically, all we need is available, but we keep searching in the wrong places. The good news is that, just like in Peter's case, Jesus reminds us of our identity as God's beloved children. How did Jesus accomplish this? It all started with a meal, which always expressed Jesus' love for his disciples. He did not need to say anything. Providing the meal was his way of demonstrating how much he loved them, and his love suffices to fulfill all their expectations. After the meal, he asked Peter for his response. One of the main reasons for our disorientation in the face of loss is our search for fulfillment in the wrong places. Consequently, Jonathan Morris, in The Way of Serenity, Finding Peace and Happiness in the Serenity Prayer, states, and I quote, "The greatest joy comes from knowing that we are loved, that God our Father holds us in the palm of His hand. He has everything under control, and we can rest in Him." Even the Christian moral life becomes beautiful despite its many difficulties when we realize that God asks what He does simply out of love for us. Far from being imposed as an arbitrary burden to keep us from having fun, His precepts are offered to illuminate for us the path of true and lasting joy. End of quote. Our losses pale in comparison to God's overwhelming love for us. When we realize this love, which Jesus expressed for us, we journey from discouragement to hope, and like Peter, can respond in kind. "Lord, you know that I love you." Jesus expresses His love for us in every Mass we attend, calling for a response from us. So this week, we challenge you to attend Mass with a sense of expectation. You can come early and pray before Mass begins. Follow the readings as they are being proclaimed in a missalette, and spend some time in prayer after receiving Holy Communion. Pick a day in the week to reread the Sunday Gospel. Secondly, become God's instrument of restoration. Invite someone feeling discouraged due to a loss to share a meal or coffee and listen to them discuss their discouragement. Don't try to fix things. Just listen. Have a blessed week.